This was me in 2020. You could see that Francis knew nothing about what he was doing. He was struggling up and down, trying to formulate feed for his pigs. And the interesting part was that the pigs were not up to 15, but Francis will have to waste more than 40 minutes in formulating feed for small pigs. As you can see, all the feed ingredients were not mixed already, so we have to just be combining things anyhow. I just mix them according to what I want and not what is needed by the pigs. So as you can see me fetching the flour and fetching other ingredients, mixing them anyhow, left and right. Sometimes I can see that what I'm doing might not work, and I'm still doing it because I don't just know what I'm doing. And that is what you're seeing me here, because I'll go here, come back, like the formula is just back and forth, simply because I didn't know what I was doing. So I pick a bit of granite, the husk of the granite, like you can see the brown one, looking at see if it's the wheat bran, not wheat bran, that's granite. Like they fry it and then they have the back removed. And this one you're also seeing is the brewer spent grain, but here we call it the pituasi, which is the malt we have it here. It is in the moist form, which the pigs will eat it alone if you supply to them. But I have decided to mix them with other ingredients simply because I didn't even know what I was doing. And with that one also, if you don't use them all, in no time they'll all get moldy, and that is, they have just spoiled like that. So along the way, I was able to come out with a way to keep them very long by drying them and eliminating much of the moisture. That is what you're seeing me do now. So with this, as you can see, this is just a formulated one for the matured pigs, which is done already. And then Francis thinks he has grabbed the concept and he's now moving on to formulate for piglet. But this time around, as you can see, he didn't know what he was doing, so he go back, come forth to go back, looking confused on the farm. Nobody was there to also help me, so I was just doing what I wanted. I'm mistaking myself, doing a whole lot of things, and that is what is holding most of us back. We want to get everything right before we start, but look at me here. I'm doing it. It's my farm. I started it myself, so I'm making every mistake I can. In the initial stages where the pigs are not even up to 20, here I can make the mistakes I need to make. So today, if I watch some of these feed formulation things I was doing, I started laughing at myself to the extent that I can't believe I was doing this initially. Imagine having just about 15 pigs and you have to waste 40 minutes in formulating the feed for them. Okay, so here Francis thinks he's done, and the feed must be supplied to the piglet. Very nutritious according to my formula. So the pigs had just eaten it, as you can see, and I was just, once they eat and they keep quiet, to me I thought that was the right thing they needed, so I just move on with it. And it's time for me to also supply to the matured ones, which I think is also good for them. But looking at the various feed ingredients, the difference is not that much. It's just a small balance that I added, especially with the piglet. I added some sort of beans, not soybean, but the normal bean we have. That is what you see me supply to them like that. So in pig farming, if you want to get everything right before you start, it's not going to work. You wait for a very long time, especially looking at me that I was not getting the ingredients one after the other and mix them on the farm. One thing also about that one is the pigs used to make a lot of noise, and then people get to know that there are even pigs around because the feed was just close to them and they can smell the feed, but that they make noise when the feed is not getting to them in the pen. But I got to realize that it was disturbing, and then I have to formulate the feed somewhere else and then carry it to the farm. So even before they can make the noise, I have already started supplying, which they keep quiet and then enjoy. And I've also learned to save time in terms of formulating the feed by combining all the feed ingredients and mix them in a sack and then storing them. In that case, if I go to fetch, I fetch it into a bowl and then I just start mixing it with the water and then supply to the pigs. No need for me to get one ingredient and combine with another because the feed is already formulated. Get started. Make the mistakes. You will be able to understand many of the things when you start doing it yourself. Actions are better than just learning the theory and doing nothing. So start today and you will see progress as you move on.